Frederick Douglass and the colonization scheme. Unveiling the truth about Indigenous American identity in 1852, Frederick Douglass boldly declared, "This is our land, our native land." But what if I told you that the American Colonization Society's so-called repatriation to Africa wasn't about helping free black people, it was about erasing Indigenous Americans? This wasn't a return to Africa, it was a calculated plan to sever us from our homeland. Stay with us and subscribe to uncover the truths they never taught you in school. The colonization scheme, funded by the U.S. government and Southern slave owners, claimed to relocate free black people to Africa. But here's the truth. Many of those targeted weren't African, they were Indigenous Americans, autochthonous to this land. Under the false narrative of African ancestry, they were pressured or forced to leave their homes, their land, and their identity.
22nd, 1852, Frederick Douglass had his own section in the paper called the Colonization Scheme, into where he said, "There is no sentiment more universally entertained nor more firmly held by the free colored people of the United States than that this is their own, their native land, and that here, for good or for evil, their destiny is to be wrought out."
Douglass saw through the deception. He knew the people being displaced were not foreigners but the original inhabitants of this land. He declared, "We are the American people. This is our home." His words defied the lies that sought to erase our history.
It is the proposition to colonize the colored people of America in Africa or somewhere else. Happily, this scheme will be defeated, both by its impolicy and its impracticability. It is all nonsense to talk about the removal of 8 million of the American people from their homes in America to Africa.
The colonization scheme wasn't about helping us, it was about stealing our land and erasing our identity. But Douglass's words remind us of the truth. We were here first. We are the original people of this land, and no scheme can change that. The reclassification of Indigenous peoples as Negro or African American wasn't just a mistake, it was a strategy. It allowed the government to strip us of our land, sovereignty, and history. But we are reclaiming what was taken. By learning our true history and rejecting false narratives, we are restoring our identity. Frederick Douglass fought against removal and erasure, and we must continue that fight today. This is our land, and we will not be erased. Subscribe to our channel and like this post to join the movement for truth, justice, and the restoration of Indigenous American identity.